congratulations on the show. This is so fascinating to me. When I saw the movie Hustlers last, was it already 2 years ago? I think it was. It really kind of gave you a backstory, a little bit of insight into strippers and what they go through, and it really opened my eyes. I have to tell you because first thing, you can't judge why people do what they do. So this show is amazing because it's created by Katori Hall, who did a stage show. So Nicco, why don't you set it up for us and just let us know the backstory of what P Valley is about?
Katori Hall is a brilliant playwright, writer, an Olivier Award winner, a Tony nominee. She is just love. Love is the word that's coming to me right now because she's intentional. So when she created this piece, originally for theater, she did a whole tour and interviewed like 40 women and visit these clubs and got backstory. And she was inspired from that journey to say, I want to tell this through a dramatic lens and bring their stories to life, and mix that with her imagination. And now you have P Valley, and I think it's been about a 10-year process for her. We did a full stage production of this back in 2015, and it is 2020 on July 12th. This is coming to you right in your home. So you're going to get some theatrical drama and excitement and vibrance right in your living room.
Yeah, it's very
Absolutely.
exciting. And Brandee, for you, oh God, I don't even know where to start. You come from a background, from a preacher's daughter. You were a
hmm
teacher. You were a dancer, and then now to play this character, Mercedes, a gift from God, really.
Yes, no, literally a gift from God. Thank you, Lord. I cannot
Mhm.
imagine. I remember when I first saw it and I was like, this is almost scary. And I always tell Katori, like, did you have some cameras in my house and you've been peeping on my life? Because how did you know that I do this too, or this has happened to me too? So, like you
Mhm.
said, I'm so similar to Mercedes in so many ways. And playing this character was therapy to me. I was able to unpack some of that baggage and some of that trauma, that I had been holding in. And I was able to, as Meryl Streep says, take my broken heart and make art. And it's just been amazing.
Wow. And tell me about the
Yes.
prep. I mean, those dance moves, I'm sorry, not easy stuff. Pole dancing. I can't even bend down and get stuff from underneath my sink. Okay,
Oh,
seriously.
well, then
So
you're
come
going to
on.
have to come on over to my hip hop and heels so I can get it going with you, ma'am. It's possible.
It's a
So,
date. It's a date. I
yes,
would love to. But no, but seriously,
yes.
how do you prep for something like this?
So the first thing I will say, being on stages my whole life has been a blessing. So to get on that stage, I remember doing a pilot and Nicco reminding me, like, this is what you do. This is what you've done. When you hit
That's
that
right.
stage, I don't care if you got to crawl up it. He told me one time, you perform. And so it's just like Mercedes says, in this life, you always got to go full out. So even though I had not done pole, they put me in a boot camp. Jamaica, who's our amazing choreographer, she brought in Spida, who's like the world renowned pole dancer and stripper in these clubs. And she taught me how to become that OG. She even took me on a field trip and was like walking around the club, like, pay attention to this. He's not the guy you go to. She's going to the wrong guy. Just paying attention to everything. You got to tip him. You got to do this. So it was literally like a crash course in this world. And I was completely unprivy to it because my daddy was like, no, ma'am, very strict. You were staying at the house. So I'm amazed and very grateful to learn about these ladies and to be able to open up that book and set aside those preconceptions that even I had in my mind about what these ladies truly do or why they're doing it.
Mhm.
Right,
Mhm.
right. Yeah. I mean, you got to pay the bills, whatever it is, you're a single mom, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And I love that because we shouldn't judge. And Nicco, I was just going to say that, you've been with this material for a long time and this show can't be coming out at a better time, really, with what is going on in our world right now, whether it's, Black Lives Matters or it's Pride Month. There's so much going on. But honestly, what do you take away from this, and what are you hoping that people will take from this?
I am hoping that people can see healthy relationships between the LGBT community and the heterosexual community, and everyone. I'm hoping that people can see the humanity in Uncle Clifford and understanding that, you know, her Uncle Clifford, as a non-binary queer who identifies with the pronoun she or her, is not necessarily any different than your Uncle Bill, than your Aunt Ruth. That's how I like to kind of frame the conversation, because it's really about a person embracing all of their masculinity and all of their femininity and moving in the world knowing who they are without seeking anyone else's approval. This is just who I am, and this is how I choose to move. And that doesn't make me any different. I go to church just like you. I have a home just like you. I have family. And you get to see that. This is an opportunity for me that I'm just ever grateful for, because I think people haven't necessarily been able to see characters and people represented always on the screen in the non-binary space, that you see the humane aspects of them as opposed to just the joke or, you know, the gesture. It's a real thing. You know, we all can be more kind to one another and have that empathy.
No question about it. Oh, that was a great answer. Thank you so much for that. Guys, I could talk to you forever, but there's lots of people waiting to talk to you. But we are really
Thank you.
excited that we are going to be getting this show here in Canada under the Crave Network. We get all our star shows here in Canada. So I can't wait for everybody to be able to watch this, and I can't wait to share it. And just what a pleasure to talk to you both this morning.
Yeah.
Best of luck with this show to you, Brandee and Nicco. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank
Thank you. Have
you.
a
Thank
wonderful
you. You come on down to the paint and get your life.
day.
Yeah, definitely. And I definitely want those dancing lessons, Brandee, because honestly, I
Yes.
need some help. I need some help.
Well, I guess we got to do a Hip Hop and Hills Canada edition. Let's go.
We should.
Boom.
Let's do it. We could start via Zoom. We could do it that way, and then once we can meet in
Absolutely.
real life, we'll hook up in person. Let's do it that way.
Let's do it. Yes.
Okay. Have a good day, you guys. Bye-bye. Thanks for your time.